The St. George's Day policing controversy. On April 23, a group gathered in London to celebrate St. George's Day, England's patriotic day honouring its patron saint. What should have been a joyous occasion quickly devolved into a confrontation with Metropolitan Police and allegations of heavy-handed, biased policing tactics. From the outset, organisers found the police unwilling to cooperate on even basic logistical needs like allowing vehicles on site. More disturbing was the clear hostility and aggression displayed by officers, particularly from certain senior ranks. Draconian restrictions were imposed on where celebrants could congregate and move about, which seemed wildly disproportionate for a National Day celebration. As some attendees tried to simply leave the permitted area, likely to visit nearby pubs as is tradition on St. George's Day, they were met with shocking scenes of police brutality. Horse charges were deployed against the crowd in an indisputably violent manner unbecoming of a modern police force. The fact that families with children were present only heightens the disgraceful nature of this response. The accusations from organizers paint a picture of intentional provocation by police leadership hoping to manufacture scenes of chaos and violence to demonize the celebrants. Allegations of pub closures, undercover monitoring, and pre-staged riot police suggest potential entrapment and discriminatory motivations at play. While monitoring groups expressing certain ideologies is reasonable from a security perspective, the trampling of civil liberties and fundamental rights like freedom of assembly is utterly unacceptable in a free democratic society. The policing operation seemed determined to disrupt a celebratory gathering under the flimsiest of pretexts. Underpinning this incident are the broader issues around the so-called two-tier application of policing based on perceived group identities and viewpoints. The very notion that certain celebrants warrant disfavored treatment and denial of rights represents an insidious form of systemic bias with no place in professional policing. A celebrating crowd of any cultural or ethnic background would rightly be outraged at such unwarranted aggression and restrictions. The St. George's Day policing debacle highlights how quickly such unchecked powers and prejudices within law enforcement can escalate into the violation of essential civil liberties for targeted groups. Professional, equitable policing standards must be enforced with disciplinary actions for the leadership overseeing such discriminatory operations. Law and order depends on police having democratic legitimacy and respect for fundamental rights, which were severely undermined by the unconscionable actions taken against St. George's Day celebrants. Communities can only remain cohesive and avoid seeding cycles of civil unrest when law enforcement treats all citizens equally and allows peaceful celebrations of national heritage without draconian interference.